Hello students, welcome. Let's do poem number 2 of your syllabus, the laburnum top. So the laburnum is a tree with yellow leaves. It's a kind of poisonous tree, and we are talking about the top of it, the top of the laburnum tree. It's written by Ted Hughes. Let's know about the poet first. Ted Hughes was a British poet. He was born on 17th August 1930 in Yorkshire in England. According to the critics, he is the best poet of his generation and one of the greatest writers of the 20th century. He was married to American poet Sylvia Plath from 1956 until 1963. His last poetic work, Birthday Letters, in 1998, dealt with their relationship between the poet and Sylvia. His first collection, The Hawk in the Rain, 1957, was highly acclaimed, highly appreciated. However, probably Crow in 1970 was his most significant work. It was the most important one. Hughes' early poetic works dealt with nature and savagery of animals. He served as Poet Laureate of the United Kingdom from 1956 until his death in 1998. So this is about the poet. Now let's see the laburnum top, the poem. If you see the background of it, you will see a bird, a kind of sparrow sitting on the tree, and if you look it carefully, you will see that the appearance of the tree leaves and the appearance of bird is quite alike. It's quite similar. So the first few lines are: the laburnum top is silent, quite still. It's not moving. Okay, and it is very silent. The time is afternoon and it is yellow September sunlight. So this is September month. Autumn season is going on. That is the reason a few leaves yellowing and all its seeds are fallen down, as it happens in the autumn season. So this is the beginning, the introduction of the scene. Laburnum top that is very silent and very quiet, like death, no movement. And autumn season, September month is going on. The time of the part of the day is afternoon. A few leaves are yellowing and rest all the seeds are fallen. This is the beginning of the laburnum top. Next, what happens? Till the goldfinch comes. Means this is silent till the goldfinch comes. After that, it gets changed. Let's see how. With a twitching chirrup, twitching, very low. Chirrup, you know the sound of the birds. A suddenness, a startlement at a branch end. And then with a very low chirrup, suddenly something startles. Startlement means amazement, surprise. At a branch end, it comes. Then sleek as a lizard and alert and abrupt, she enters the thickness. She refers to the bird. Okay, the name of the bird is goldfinch. You have seen in the first line, till the goldfinch come. So that yellow bird, yellow sparrow is goldfinch. So goldfinch first comes with a chirrup sound suddenly, and everybody, or we as readers, and the tree gets startled. It sits on a branch end, then very alert, very smoothly as a lizard, and it's like lizard, it is very alert and sudden, abrupt, which takes action suddenly. She enters the thickness. So the laburnum, the goldfinch enters to the thickness of the laburnum tree, and a machine starts up, a kind of noise similar to a machine, and the machine is of chitterings. Chitterings are again the sound of baby bird, okay, baby goldfinch, and a tremor of wings and trillings. This kind of sound is coming out of that thickness. Tremor, shaking, quivering of wings, and trillings. Trillings is again related to the sound of the goldfinch, the birds and the young ones. The whole tree trembles and thrills. So when goldfinch enters and the baby goldfinch, baby bird, look at their mother, they get so excited that they do chirrupings, they tremble their wings, and they shake their wings, and the tree trembles and thrills. It is the engine of her family. It refers to the young ones. So this sound of young ones is the sound of engine of the family. Okay, she stokes it full. So to start an engine, to have work from an engine, we have to give it something, fuel. And here, this engine, baby bird, baby goldfinch, young ones, they need food. So this goldfinch has come, collected food, and now she stokes it full. It refers to her family, young ones. Stokes means feeds. So she feeds the family full, and then flirts out, comes very silently out to a branch end, showing her barred face identity mask. And you can see that her face is a kind of barred, has a barred face, like you can see something black over here on the head and on the backs. So these stripes are identity mask, identity of this goldfinch. So the face of the bird is the identity actually, that this bird is goldfinch due to only this speciality. Then with airy, airy means out of this world, beautiful, delicate, whistle chirrup, whisperings, she launches away, she flies away. Then she comes out at a branch end, she sits for a second, like she wants to make sure that no danger is around for the young ones, and that place where the young ones are sitting inside the laburnum tree is safe, out of danger, there is no danger for the young ones. So she sits for a while, she just looks here and there, and then with very delicate whistle chirrup, she flies away. It can also be guessed that this whistle chirrup was specially meant for the young ones of the laburnum, of the goldfinch, who secretly wanted them to understand how they should behave, how they should live, and that she was going a message. So in their own language, maybe before flying away, this goldfinch was kind of giving the message to the young ones. And she launches away towards the infinity, towards the sky. She goes away, and the laburnum subsides to empty. And the laburnum remains again empty and silent. So it's not empty completely. The young ones are there in the thickness of the tree, but they started making noise, and they were marking their presence only when they saw their mother, the bird goldfinch. When the mother is gone, they again become very silent, and the whole tree again becomes silent. So this is the scene over the tree. It is silent in the beginning, then it is silent in the end, and in the middle, goldfinch comes, feeds the family, there is noise, there is happiness, and then the mother goldfinch comes out and flies away, and again there is silence. What is the theme of the poem? The theme of the poem is rejuvenation of nature and the celebration of energy. How nature, due to some natural calamities or for so many reasons, gets disturbed, gets damaged. But we know that after a short span of time, the earth, the nature gets repaired or beautiful again. So it's rejuvenation and the celebration of energy, natural one especially. The laburnum tree is silent until the goldfinch comes and enlivens the tree, gives actually life to the tree with its activities. There are all sorts of sounds and startlements. Soon she shoots away, flies away into the sky, plunging the tree into surging silence. Then complete silence, the tree remains and goldfinch goes. This is the theme of the poem. Style, free verse, free from any limitations of rhyme or regular meter. So you will see that there is no rhyming words in the end, no rhyming scheme is there. It's not like one sentence is having 10 to 12 words, second is having just 5 to 6 words. So it's like free verse, free from any limitations, and it's not on a regular meter. Let's again see the summary. The laburnum top is silent, quiet and still. It is September afternoon, full of sunlight. It is autumn season. The laburnum tree is full of yellow leaves. All the seeds of the laburnum tree have fallen due to the season. Soon what happens? The goldfinch comes. It starts twitching, moving and chirping. All of a sudden there is movement in the end of the branch. So what can be there in the end of the branch? You can say the nest of the goldfinch and the young ones. Just like a lizard, smooth, alert, and abrupt, she, means the mother goldfinch, enters the thick part of the tree. A machine of chittering, shaking, and wobbling starts up on the tree top. The whole tree starts shaking because the young ones are so excited looking at their mother. They are, you can say, moving with twitching sounds, with trembling of their wings. So the whole tree is shaking. The nest is the machine, and the goldfinch is the engine of her family. She feeds the nestlings as if she adds fuel to the machine, then moves out to the end of a branch, showing her striped, or you can say barred face. Then, with a strange, soft chirping whistle, she flies away towards the sky. The laburnum tree once again becomes silent. Let's see the word meanings. Laburnum is a small European tree which has hanging clusters of yellow flowers, followed by slender pods containing poisonous seeds. Okay. Goldfinch is a small, brightly colored bird with yellow feathers. Twitching means moving suddenly and quickly. Chirrup, short, high-pitched sound of birds, especially. Startlement, we know it's amazement or surprise. What is chittering? Making a twittering or chattering sound. Tremor means quiver, slight shaking movement. Trilling is repeatedly making short, high sound. And trembles and trills both means quivers and shakes. Engine is referring to goldfinch mother bird. That is very, very important. You are asked this question in so many ways in your exam. Stokes feeds the nestlings. Flirts moves abruptly, suddenly, barred having stripes. Let's see the poetic devices now. Laburnum top is silent, quite still. It is personification. Okay, being silent, being quiet is you can say an activity related to human beings, but here it is given to tree, which is actually not non-living, but it does not behave like human beings, so it is personification. September sunlight, it is alliteration. You can see so sound both in the beginning of two consecutive consonants. Chirrup is onomatopoeia, sound of birds. All these sound related to some particular birds or animals. Then those are connected with the bird. Then the poetic device is onomatopoeia, that has to be underlined by you. Sleek as a lizard, so it is simile, of course, because goldfinch and lizard, they both are compared because they both are sleek. And alert and abrupt, it is assonance. A sound is getting repeated. Okay, so it is assonance. Machine refers to machine, poetic device, it's metaphor because it refers to the nest. The machine starts up means the noise from the nest starts coming out, so it is indirectly comparison without using as or like, so it is metaphor. Chitterings again, chitterings, trillings, whistle, chirrup in the end, these all are the examples of onomatopoeia. Engine is metaphor, again indirectly compared to mother goldfinch. So this is the poem with word meanings and poetic device. I'll be sending you the question and answers in documents. See that and do in your FNB. If there is any doubt, feel free to ask me anytime. You can call me, you can directly WhatsApp me your doubt, or you can of course you can avail of the doubt section of your app. Have a good day.